Well, fine, good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I have returned to the Fort Ethan Allen Cemetery in Colchester, Vermont, because I did not finish it. Last time I was here, you may recall that I had stated that looking at the cemetery from this direction, as I did last time, the side to my left, which is the side closest to Route 15, is very uneven, and it was actually painful to walk on. This side here, which is actually my right side, is in perpetual shade, and or virtually perpetual shade. I'm guessing this part is not, but other parts are. And this side was spongy. I found it a little scary to walk on, quite frankly. But I've returned in the hopes that I can finish what I started, because it's a relatively small cemetery. I'm not sure how large it is. There's really not much information online about it. Kind of frustrating. But, and maybe if I were so inclined, or had the time even, to go to what are they called? A local historical society, perhaps I would have a better chance of finding out more. But I don't have time for that, honestly. When I'm out and about recording, I record anywhere from 3 to 6 videos a day, so that I don't have to go out that often. We're in fall now. We just had, I think, 4 days in a row of rain. Oh, yay. I mean, I couldn't go out. So, well, I could. I'm not going to melt. But the amount of work I'd have to do on my rig would be insane. And I have a script I usually use unless I go to a cemetery. And a cemetery, I don't know much about the people buried here, if anything. So, wow, look at this. This is very fancy. He was a Vietnam-era vet, 64 to 68, loving father of Christopher, who's right here. Corporal Christopher, who was with the Marine Corps, and his father Raymond, who is still with us, was in the Navy. Wow. He was 25. That is so doggone young. Beloved husband, devoted son, Marine, killed in action, Fallujah, Iraq. Fallujah. I don't know how to pronounce it. I love photographs on headstones. I love knowing what they looked like. They married in 1956. And he was, let's see, he was 88 when he died. Wow, and she's still with us. Looks like a train. I wonder if he worked for the trains. But I don't know, and if you do, though, you can certainly put it in the comments below. Another Marine. Her nickname was Pudgy. Helen Pudgy Carmen Quinlan. Marvin Jerry McLeod, U.S. Air Force, beloved by Lori, Brad, and Jamie, and Samina. If you want to have a longer time looking at any of these headstones, certainly feel free to pause the video. And once it's paused, you'll be able to pinch the screen and enlarge it so you can see it better. I believe these are daisies, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful plant. A little surprised they're allowed, since so many plants get so big, and they definitely impede the headstones. That's why I'm surprised. He served in World War II and Korea. First Sergeant Leo Sr. 01 to 76, and she was 1898 to 1995. Jenny M. U.S. Army Korea, private. When I first read this, I thought it said Francis the First. I may have been watching too much history online, but clearly it would be Francis I. Just one of those moments. Oops. It's tough when they're tipped forward, isn't it now? Second Lieutenant Cavalry Reserves, World War I. Wow, World War I. This one served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Wow. He was in the cavalry in World War I. Wow. An area service unit, World War I. So apparently he was a disabled American veteran. Ordnance Company. Almost finished with this side, so I feel pretty good about that much. I first got here, there were 2 other cars here. They're both gone now. And one woman who was down front near where I'm parked, you can see my car over yonder, who was tending to a grave for a very long time, cleaning things off, making it presentable. I was reminded that by trying to clear this one off. Looks like Rockwell. Charles F. Rockwell, Corporal, U.S. Army, World War I. I'd imagine if he has any descendants, they probably don't know where he is. Maybe they know he's buried here, maybe not. I have uncles who served during World War II, and I know Uncle Harry was killed overseas. But to be honest, I don't know in which area. Was he serving in the European theater? Was he serving in the Japanese theater? I don't know. Where did his ribbons go? Where did his Purple Heart go? Unfortunately, I don't know. Here's another disabled American veteran. I love the color of these parts of the plant. They're not leaves. I don't know what they are. If anybody knows what they are, it'd be great if you could just go ahead and share that with me, or share that with all of us. He was from apparently Massachusetts, Master Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War I and II. Wow. He died in 1945. Wow. Pennsylvania. Indiana. My grandfather, I think, was from Indiana. Not that it matters here, but again, this is the back of a headstone. May Quilty, 1897 to 1972. I'm guessing the wife of William E. Quilty, 1st Sergeant, Troop A, 3rd Cavalry, 1886-1935. So I'm presuming he served during World War I. Note that if you can hear any music, it's from the traffic. I never play music when I'm filming, ever. I don't want a copyright strike at all. There's no need to play music as I film. So just be mindful. I have no control over the traffic and some of the dumb things people do whilst I'm filming. In fact, I did have a video I put out just a few days ago called This is Patricia, and this you can actually see what I look like. And I did mention in that video that once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm at 74, that I plan to share stories with you of behind the scenes stuff, something that I've experienced whilst filming. So the stupid things that some other human beings do just makes me wonder how they get through life otherwise for some of these folks. I'm always fascinated by these markers, which says Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Philippine Islands. The Spanish War veterans, 1898-1902. So that's this gentleman here, Solomon W. Williams from Ohio. Now, the fort is 40th and Allen is was decommissioned in 1963, and that's when this cemetery was changed from being military only to both military and non-military. They really need to reseed this. I will say it's pretty hard to walk on, so it's actually pretty pretty good to walk on, I have to say. Maryland. So this gentleman, Jesse Smith, was a private in the medical department. August 13, 1924. Same person is here, Renee R. Roussel, Ohio. Wow, this is very much an old headstone. Does it say anything on the back? I wonder. Wouldn't that be nice? And the answer to that is heck no. And this is quite old. I mean, look at the style of that. It looks like a badge, doesn't it? Trying to figure out what CPT stands for. I was running through some, it's not corporal. Oh, captain. I wonder if it's captain. U.S. Army, Vietnam. And here's another one. Another one of this style, this fancy, unusual old style. Troop H, 3rd Cavalry, USA. Wonder if that's World War I. Well, here's another one. I've never seen these before, and you have 3 almost in a row. Anything in the backs of these two? Heck no. And nature keeps going. Squirrels and chipmunks chasing one another. With that bell ring, I wonder if she was a teacher. I think this is the base for a headstone to be installed. That's my guess. That this is a plot and they're just, waiting either for the person to die or for a headstone to be installed. Now see, I'm looking to my right, looking down at these headstones, but look what's right in front of me. Something I definitely would have walked into had I not suddenly noticed this. So let me just give it a wide berth. How about that? And this is the last row on this side. Before I continue though, I'm going to pause for a moment, take a long swig of my water, and then come back. So hang on. All right, I am back. I'd ask if you missed me, but you can't tell that I was even gone. Look at this right here. Let me back up so we can get the full effect of this. Holy cow! Look at this. What a fancy dancy grave setup this is. Wow. Wow. And let me see. So we have, looks like 4 people buried here. Howard E. Shute, Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II. We have Mother Elizabeth Shute. We have son Louis Jerome. And Elizabeth Emma Tucker. With a photograph too. So 2 photographs. Oops. Have to say, it's certainly warm enough for the mosquitoes to be out. Whew. And I seem to be some sort of succulent snack for these things. See, this is sometimes the problem with a photograph. This is definitely sun faded, and it's a shame because before you know it, no one will be able to see what she looked like. Interesting language here. I don't know what that is. And I can't use Google Translate when I'm recording. It will shut off the recording. And isn't that annoying? Actually, I can answer that for you. Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so this is the last grave on this side. We can see, we take that back. There's a flat one over here. All right, let's start on the other side. We'll see how much I can walk over there because it was very spongy last time, and it kind of worries me, to be honest. But we'll see. At least this time I'm fully aware of that right there, the tree limb. They might want to consider cutting that back, cutting it off entirely. But who am I to say? I am a mere visitor. You see there are some small boulders over here, and that's to keep people from driving over on this section, because we can see right in front of us that there's a grave right here. And if people were kept to come in the wintertime when it's covered with snow, they would never see this and drive right over it. Boston Red Sox, for those who are into baseball. Beloved mother, son, and brother. And they are both dead. And quite a few mushrooms, toadstools, whatever these things are. Ooh, that's a big mosquito. Appears that Barbara is still with us. I'm guessing perhaps he liked to fish. Definitely in the airplane traffic lane. I'm not sure if you can hear that airplane overhead, but it's, oops. Sorry about the sideways thing, and I used the rig to kill a mosquito. Who said I could only use the rig to hold my phone, right, to record? And look at all the, ooh, this is really unpleasant to walk on. And all these cones. And what does this say?